day part 2. Yo, so this piece, I think you only saw the beginning parts of it. I think not even the beginning parts, just the first layer, the first night that I did this. Because I got sort of into the first piece, that this one I was just like, there's no way I can work on both of them at the same time, because mentally they needed, it was just too much. At least the first piece needed a lot. It was a lot for me to sort of wrap my head around, and then to go from that one to this one, it would have been just too much for me. So I pushed the first piece as far along as I could, and then once it was at a place where, actually not even at a place where once I was pretty much done with it, I went ahead and started on this piece. And this one, I don't know. Not I don't know, I do know. David's. This one, it was inspired by the eclipse, sort of, and an eclipse and also forms. Two forms coming together and seeing seeing what they create, or seeing like what they create in that moment, and then also separating and going their own separate directions. And yeah, and I did, and the way it happened, it just came kind of quickly once I started doing an outline of what I wanted to jump out in the piece. So I had all these drips happening, and there were some that were in the foreground, some that were in the background, and I just wanted to kind of accentuate the ones that were in the foreground. So I did a dark green outline on top of those, and it sort of created a building. And once I had that first building, I went in, there was also a building in the background, went in with like a red outline through that. And then once I figured that out, in came the moon and the sun. And yeah, it was so much fun. And then afterwards, you're gonna bring in the gold leaf for the fire, and just the electricity, the energy that comes with an eclipse happening, with two forms coming together, and just, yeah, that energetic intensity that comes forth with that. So yeah, I have just a few more things to do, but a few that are a lot in a sense. So yeah, and like what I love about both of them is when you're up close, you can see like all the little buildings, all the little holes and insides, or kind of portals that you can jump into, or like almost get lost in. Yeah, like it's so crazy. It becomes like a world that you can almost enter to. And in a way, for me, these two pieces are sort of like talking to each other, or maybe not talking to each other, but like related in a sense. I kind of feel like the first piece is the interaction of what's going on in the in between, or maybe what would happen if both of them were to become one. I don't know. It's crazy, but it's just that idea of you know, like, I guess going back to the piece, the forms piece, and just the two forms coming together. But not only that, I think like one thing that kept popping up, especially in this piece, was possibilities. All the possibilities of, like, I mean, all the endless possibilities of what could happen, you know. And yeah, and the colliding of things, you know. When things collide, all sorts of things could happen. You never know really what the outcome will be from that. So I think that's what this piece is really going towards. I haven't really thought too much into the meaning of it, but definitely I had written down some notes of kind of the beauty the beauty of life, and all of its possibilities. You can learn and try anything. Everything is possible. And I think a lot of times for me in my life is that I need to sort of be reminded that I can do it, that you are capable, you know. It's like I know, but sometimes like mentally I'm blocked to where like I can't really see it, or it doesn't feel like it's possible or like attainable for me. So it's a great reminder, like, and it is, and it's not, I don't know, yeah. And it like it could almost be an eclipse every day, like all like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like it's like the endless of possibilities, the endless of magic that happens. The like it's just all around you. It could be happening at any moment. You just gotta believe and take the charge to allow that to happen in a sense. So yeah, and I've been loving the gold leaf. I love the gold just picking, like coming through from the back and being that light, because a lot of the times, you know, you need the light. You need the light to see the next step in many ways. So yeah, that's sort of what this piece means to me right now. And thank you so much for watching. Much love, Nibiz.